Good afternoon, welcome to Teleislas News, the most relevant and important information of the day. A fair on employment and entrepreneurship will be held in the facilities of the regional Sena San Andres tomorrow. The institution seeks to promote spaces that encourage entrepreneurs to strengthen their sales and people to find employment.
From 9 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon will be held tomorrow in the sports facilities of the regional Sena San Andres. The institution has arranged this space for local entrepreneurs to present their products and promote the different offers that the Sena has for the inhabitants of the island. Miliana O'Neill, the coordinator of employment and entrepreneurship, spoke about the activity.
They promote the culture, our identity, for our people to learn to make business again, for our people to learn to be creative again. We also will be offering job employees with different jobs that needed on the island, and then we will want the people them to come out and participate with us in this feast. We also will have all the promotion of the courses, long courses and short courses in the entity. So all of you are invited to come out tomorrow to be with us here at Sena, right here at the cancha from 9 to 5. And we hope that each one of you can come and enjoy this moment and can come and solve any situation that you have with classes, with knowledge, with jobs, or with new ideas to farm your own enterprise.
As stated by Miliana, the community will have the opportunity to access the courses offered by the Sena as well as to learn about the job opportunities that exist on the island for citizens.
San Andres is well represented in the National Beauty Pageant by the participation of Brittany de Avila Bui. The islander dazzled in the parade as she displayed her handmade costume.
The islands are excellently represented by the participation of Brittany de Avila Bui, Miss San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina in the National Beauty Contest. In the city of Cartagena, she is attending the events prior to the great awarding event that will take place this weekend. Yesterday, the islander dazzled in a parade of handmade costumes.
I want to tell you that it is an honor for me to be able to represent our racial culture, our ancestors, in such an important contest as the National Beauty Pageant. I am very happy to be here for every moment, for every presentation that I do for you. And you can trust me because I am giving the best of me for me and for my people.
The Avila Bui shines for being mentioned as one of the highlights of the parade. No doubt, the department is being well represented. The 21-year-old young lady with 1.79 meters tall is proud to participate in the pageant as Miss San Andres, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina.
And the book entitled Colombia Centroamericana y el Amado Archipiélago de San Andrés is a book that argues what Nicaragua wants, which is to keep the extended continental shelf that goes beyond the 350 miles. It is a work strongly supported by historical documents that reinforce the Colombian argument to defend the maritime territory that the Central American country wants.
Next Saturday, November 12, a book will be launched containing 500 pages of historical information on the problem and the Colombian ownership of Central America, the archipelago, and the final object that will be debated at the International Court of The Hague on December 6, when the oral hearings begin, where the parties Nicaragua and Colombia will be heard.
In the final part of the book, there is a chapter called Reconnection, in which I highlight all the paragraphs that the court dictated in its rulings of 2007, 2012, and 2016 to demonstrate and give Colombia the recognition that the islands are under the sovereignty of Colombia and that the archipelago is still part of it and theirs. Therefore, They cannot mount a platform over another by the will of the court, according to international law and consumer law. The court cannot apply its doctrine of equity to grant more petitions to Nicaragua if they do not have the right, and the time has come for the Colombians to expose the desire that the court listen to our protest, that it should not abuse our tranquility anymore. That is why we must attend this launching so that they can find out many things that they do not know because they are in your land. That is why we came to make this launching in honor of you who exercise sovereignty and who have been suffering the consequences of a governmental decision not of today but of 200 years.
The book launch will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 12th at the auditorium of the Cultural Center of the Bank of the Republic, and it will be open to the public with free admission.
And today in the morning hours began the day of animal sterilization in the department.
In the department, the Day of Free Sterilization of Pets, organized by the Animal Heart Foundation, kicked off, which seeks to reduce the rate of homeless animals from the 10th until the 14th of this present month. The foundation will be providing care to pets in the facility of CECIP en route to San Luis.
Today we have started a special sterilization campaign where our goal is to reach out to 1,000 animals. We will have a free consultation session with the delivery of medicines and also educational workshops in 4 schools on the island. We will make murals, we will be painting t-shirts, all to encourage the love for animals. This campaign will be held from November 10th to the 14th. We will be attending from 7 in the morning on a first-come, first-served basis. We will be attending from 7 in the morning on a first-come, first-served basis. Sterilization will be performed from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Citizens who wish to have their pets sterilized must take into account the following requirements.
The animals attending the event must have 12 hours of fasting completed. They must be older than 4 months, be females that have already given birth and have at least 1 month. They must bring a blanket so that after leaving the surgery they can be covered.
The sterilization of pets brings benefits such as avoiding unwanted pregnancies, prevents uterine infections, reduces the presence of mammary tumors, improves the quality of life, and eliminates ovulation. In males, it decreases the possibility of hormonal tumors, corrects inadequate behaviors, and reduces aggressiveness.
And with the purpose of preserving and transmitting the ancestral knowledge of the Rizal cuisine, the launch of a literary work that highlights the flavors of the island cuisine will be held in the department.
This coming Friday, November the 11th, the launching of the book Colombian Rizal Cuisine will take place in the facilities of the Regional Cena in San Andres, a work that gathers the culinary traditions of the insular region as well as some stories and some native poems of the islands. The work compiles texts by several authors, including the writer Sylvia Archbold.
This book will be launched on the 11th at 4 p.m. and it is a collection of everything that has to do with our history, tradition, our delicacies, characters, our matrons of flavor, also the story of a young baker. The idea is first to recover our ancestral practices, among them gastronomy, since it is one of the strongest, and to promote it and highlight the work of women cooks.
The launching of the book will take place at 4 p.m. in the Seafarers and Services Tourism Training Center of Sena in San Andres.
And in other news, with the aim of expanding the knowledge of young people in reading and writing, a workshop will be held tomorrow at the Bank of the Republic.
Youth Councillor Sebastián Torres will be in charge of the workshop. Reading and writing go hand in hand, aimed at young people from the islands and the community in general who are interested in expanding their knowledge in this area.
It is a 2-hour workshop where we will be building narratives, conclusions, and ideas in favor of speaking and writing correctly and effectively. In that sense, the workshop is focused on those who want to participate participate with an emphasis on young people, but anyone who wants to learn and build is welcome. There we will be talking about or taking into account the contributions of the people. This is done in order to create spaces for youth participation and training, and that is what we are working on and looking forward in this workshop.
The workshop will be held tomorrow from 3 to 5 in the afternoon in the workshop room of the Bank of the Republic.
And now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island, and this time from the Erwin O'Neill Football Stadium, where a group has been selected to represent the island in national football games. After 6 long months of training and continuity in the process, was chosen the group of players who will represent the Insular Department in future national games. Under the guidance of Coach Hector Cabeza, the group of young players seek to bring joy to our island through soccer. With more details, the coach Hector Cabeza told us.
Grateful to God. This process already has 6 months with a group working. Well, it has not been as easy as everyone thinks. Today, we had the opportunity to choose 26 boys who will be participating in the regional competition. At this moment, we do not know where we are going to play in this competition, but we are working for it. I am grateful to God because I believe that I have a good group that can bring a lot of joy to our island, and we hope that with God's help, everything will turn out positively.
Words of Miguel Ángel Icardi, one of the selected players.
I feel very proud to be selected to represent San Andres, my island. I thank the coach, my mom, and my dad for the support they have given me. And above all, I thank God for helping me in this process.
Words from Iker Otzil Caraballo.
Thanks to the teacher for choosing me to be part of this selection and for helping me to learn more about this sport.
With continuity in the soccer process and with the support of the departmental league, this team will seek to do a great job in upcoming national tournaments. And in basketball, Caribbean Storm have defeated Cimarrones of Chocó for the 2nd time. A collective work that paid off for the Caribbean team, which started off with its right foot with its 2nd consecutive victory over Cimarrones of Chocó. The defensive adjustment and the collective game were the fundamental factors to see achieve this important victory for the Caribbean Storm over Cimarrones with a score of 65-56. These were the words of Caribbean coach Ivan Garcia.
Darle confianza a los jugadores.
Chocó's place is a tough place, as is our place. We are a team that is showing that wherever we go, we are going to play our style of basketball. On the court, we are 5 against 5. I think that the strength we are showing will generate the success of the goal we want to achieve before the game is something we talked about with the guys in the technical room. We talked that the most important aspect was the collective work and that each one could give the best that they could do. Not only scoring and defending, it was to do the best that each one could do to encourage and support the teammate. And I think that today we showed that we are longing for what we want so much, and we consider that if we reach the final stage with this growth that we are having, we will be a very strong contender for the other team.
The team traveled to Quibdó to face in a tough environment of Chocó in the 3rd game against the Cimarrones. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalva, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. With Sport News, we reached to the end of this broadcast. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more of Teleislas News. Good afternoon.